When she said, "Don't be mad at me," it came into my head. I'm like, yeah, she did that. And she told me, she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of just happened.
We have a story time, and the title says Two Men Gone Wrong Story Time. So obviously I don't know what's gonna happen in this video. Let's go ahead and watch this video together. Listen, go ahead and hit a like. We about to get it popping. I don't even want to hold y'all up, and just based off of the title, I mean, it doesn't sound pleasant. Was this some relations that was going on? Two men gone wrong story time? I don't know. Let's dive into it right now. Her name is Mazin 3X, M-A-Z-I-N 3X on TikTok. Go ahead and check her out.
I went on a 2-man with my friend, and she did it with my date and her date. This is the story time that y'all been waiting on. And to the girl, if you see this, it's really no hard feelings. Like, it's...
So this is what a two-man is, okay? Her and her friend go out with two dudes, right? So one person for each, right? She just said, just off of the dribble at the very beginning, that her friend took both of them and did the nasty and left her to fend for herself. Off of the dribble, this is about to be crazy. Hit a like for the algorithm. We about to restart it. We about to play it back. Let's get it popping.
I went on a 2-man with my friend, and she did it with my date and her date. This is the story time that y'all been waiting on. And to the girl, if you see this, it's really no hard feelings. Like, it's... I'm just telling the story. It's no hard feelings. It's none of that. Okay, so... me and the girl, we have been cool. I knew this girl for some years, okay? So me and her were friends. I was talking to this dude, and she was also talking to this dude. And they just so happened to be friends. So, we didn't even know they was friends. We didn't even know they was friends. This is how we found out. We was at the mall, right? We was out. I don't even know why we were at the mall. We were just hanging out with each other. And we was at the mall in Georgia. So, we're walking around, and we run into these two dudes. And it was both of the dudes we was talking to. So, like, I'm saying hey to my dude. He's saying, you know, we're talking to each other. Dude, we like, oh, like, what's up? Like, type stuff. We're in the mall of Georgia, right? If you ever been to the mall of Georgia, it's a movie theater in there. So, we like, yo, like, we should hang out, we should go to the movies, like, 2-man type shit, 2-man, okay? So, cool. We all agreed. We walked around the mall for a little bit. We got some food, and then we headed to the movies. So, everything was cool. We went to the movies. I was with my date. She was with hers. We was vibing. Everything was good. They wanted to go back to the house. They were saying, like, they got an Airbnb right now, like, do we want a conversation? So, she like, we should go. I'm kind of like, Airbnb, it just gives, like, when I think of that, it gives, like, you think you can hit. That's what it gives to me. But she's like, no, we don't even gotta do nothing. Like, they saying they got the gas.
Absolutely. First day, or whatever the case may be, Airbnb, you know what time it is. Point blank, period. There's no need to discuss what we doing at this Airbnb. You know, when we going to the Airbnb, it's time to be free.
They got that, like, we could just chill on some shit, like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I guess. So we go back there. They drive us there. We get back to the Airbnb. Everybody's chilling. But they separate. So at first we was all kind of just in the living room. But her and her date, they go to the room. So I'm like, I kind of already know what's going to go down. Like, damn, sis, like, the first night. No, let me stop. I can't even judge. Y'all gotta hurt my stories. But, so I'm with the dude. And I'm talking to him. And he's kind of like, how do I say this? He's going. Like, he's going and he thinks I'm going, but I'm really not going. Because, like, I don't even know you like that. I don't even really like you like that. But, yeah, so he's trying to, like, do all this unnecessary stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not even on that. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even on that. So he kind of getting irritated. He just like, you know, what you come for? And I'm just like, I only came here because she wanted to come here. Shoot, I'm not gonna just leave her here. Like, what the hell? So he's getting irritated. He walk away. I didn't know where he went. I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. So I'm just on my phone. Maybe 10 minutes go by. I'm like, what is that noise? This is so embarrassing because I know she probably watching this. But, like, I low-key hear them. Like, I hear my friend and her date. So I thought. And I'm like, So I'm walking around.
There's no need to be confused. You know that noise when you hear it. She knew what was going on. She knew what time it was. He trying to get on the same page as his friend. He trying to get her right into the room. She's not going to give it up. So he like, you know what? I'm going to have to ditch her because she not going to give me no play.
This is so embarrassing because I know she probably watching this. But like, I low-key hear them. Like, I hear my friend in her date. So I thought. And I'm like, so I'm walking around. Because I'm looking trying to see where to do that. Like, I'm like, where did this dude go? Like, shoot. I'm walking around. He's not in the kitchen. It was another room. I didn't want to go through all the rooms because I knew she was in there. But I'm looking. And he's nowhere to be found. So I'm like, did this nigga leave? But like, he wouldn't just leave his room. Like, I was confused. So I knew she was getting down. So I'm just on my phone. I'm chilling. She get done, right? When she get done, they both come back. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, right when y'all get done, he come back and like, it was throwing me off. But I didn't want to think that. I'm like, it's no way. She did not do that. That's what I'm taking in my head. She did not do that. So how I found out was because she told me later on that night when I went back to her house. She was like, don't be mad at me. And I'm like, what? When she said don't be mad at me, I ain't gonna lie, I already knew. When she said don't be mad at me, it came into my head. I'm like, yeah, she did that. And she told me, she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of just happened, like, da-da-da-da-da. And I kind of never said anything. Like, I never really said anything.
It kind of just happened. Absolutely not. Like, it didn't just happen. I saw him. I couldn't deny him. Be truthful with yourself. At least she did let her know, like, hey, well, you know, it happened. I just want to let you know he's definitely for the streets. But the young lady that she's friends with is absolutely for the whole highway.
She told me, she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of just happened, like, da-da-da-da-da. And I kind of never said anything. Like, I never really said anything about the situation. It was always in my mind, but I didn't know. Like, I don't want to say she's weird. I mean, like, that wasn't my boyfriend, so I guess, like, it wasn't like she necessarily owed me any loyalty to that dude. But I just had to sit back and think, like, damn. And then she ended up dating him. But like, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you vibe with him better, then I guess. But like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
These are younger adults. They just out here trying to have fun, live their life. They run across these two men. You already know what time it is. If they trying to take you straight to the crib, they trying to test you. They trying to see if you about that action. That's number one. Old girl, she stood on business. She said, nah, you're not about to just meet me and 30 minutes later, you feel me, slide in. It's not that easy. So I do commend her for that. But her friend, on the other hand, oh my gosh. I mean, you ain't wasting no time. I mean, 30 minutes in, getting to know a person, and then next thing you know, you letting no boy hit, then you letting a friend hit. That's a Guinness Book of World Record at that point, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. You know, this wasn't a detrimental situation, and that's what it boiled down to. She found out that her friend was really like that. It wasn't a man that she was dating for a long period of time. She just met this dude. So the dude meant nothing to her. She knows how to position her friend when she does actually meet a guy that she wants to be devoted to, because she knows that she is a slut. And hey, I know that I'm not gonna bring you around my man because you're gonna throw that thing on him, and the question is he gonna catch it? She didn't throw old girl name out there. She didn't even throw her under the bus. Why? Because at the end of the day, she don't care. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No feelings is hurt in this situation, but she just got a whole visual and her eyes opened up when she found out that her friend not only had relations with one dude, but had relations with two dudes at the same time. Now, they say birds of a feather flock together. Do I believe that she knew that her friend was about that action? Absolutely. But to this extent, probably not. Let me know how y'all feel about this video down below.